that's where you really get marked down, because the judges are looking from one vantage point. They're not really watching all of these crazy replays and things that we get the luxury of. So you've got to accent everything you do.
You know, I think that Ribot, in watching him, I think he was his sharpest earlier in the day. I just don't think this is quite as sharp as he was earlier.
Well, you know, it's been a long day. It's been very hot out here. Matt Ribot, he's coming into that double-double, and again, he had to execute that quickly because it's such a short jump. But that look-through, kiss-of-death flip, that is absolutely fantastic.
And so the judge's point of view, this is what they're basically looking at right here. And he does improve his score of 40, but as you can see, Stenberg and Williams holding on to 43 and 44. So let's see what happens. Here comes Stenberg, 60 seconds, going for it. X Games 15 continues tomorrow on ABC at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Rally car racing and skateboard park final. Lots of big action still to come. You gotta love the rally car. Let's not forget that Brian Deegan, who used to ride this event, is there. Travis Pastrana, who used to ride this event, is there. Not to mention Dave Mira, and of course, Ken Block.
And it's amazing how well Deegan's doing in rally car. And there he is on the right-hand side of your screen. So taking on a new sport tomorrow, but tonight, taking on this course, Jeremy Stenberg came out. We dogged him on his right side up tricks just a little earlier in the night, landing at side saddle. But the right side up tricks he's done so far in this run have been just incredibly well executed.
Many, many years ago, I believe the first person to land side saddle. Oh, full underflip. Great underflip by Twitch. I was just saying, Jeff Tilton started that. Brian Deegan brought it back with harder execution tricks. Now you see Twitch going from the flip to the side saddle ladder. No-handed backflip. The underflip was very solid, and I think you saw the nod of acceptance by Twitch there, saying, yeah.
I don't know if it was a nod of like, oh, I was going to land that no-handed.
I definitely agree with you, Twitch, Tess, that he was looking for that no-handed lander at the end of his run, but a great underflip for Twitch.
I love that, and he X'd it up just a little bit, so very, very clean ride for Jeremy Stenberg.
He needs to be in the 40s if he wants to play ball here.
What did we miss?
Don't forget SportsCenter coming up next. They'll have all the goods, everything that happened in the day in sports. Of course, some of the action here from the X Games at X Center on a little bit later after that. Here comes Bilko, starting it off with a no-handed backflip. Let's see if we get a 360. And we do. Oh, squirrel dog and it, man down.
And he's up.
And he didn't even let the bike stall.
Yeah. He's had a problem actually starting that bike all week, so luckily he didn't let the bike stall. But this is now going to be his throwaway run, so this is an interesting dynamic.
Indeed.
Well, that's what you do in a throwaway run, by the way, folks.
Yeah, you just do a backflip over a 115-foot jump. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
And not risking it all by trying to extend the lazy boy flip, but I think he's just getting a feel of what the course will look like when he comes out for his third and final run. And of course,
I was about to say he's going to stick another 360 in here, though, and there it goes.
You see Stenberg with his pencil and paper thinking about this. He's thinking, I got a 38 last time. I really need to step that up. But right now, Williams having a problem. Stenberg leading Ribot. Oh, the trick.
Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, and I like the head accentuation as well. Let's take a look at what the problem was for Blake Williams. Bilko, a crash in his run. That is a problem. Let's take a look and see what happened.
Well, as he comes over here, pulls into that 360, gets the heel clicker. Oh.
He hung his leg on the bike, and then he decides to land in a double knack-knack. Well, not really, but that's what happened. You know, one time. Oh! Great style to keep it safe.
Oh, look at how big that
was so
is. That was
epic.
Nice.
So epic. I landed on the side of my bike like that one time with both arms, you know, holding on and my legs on the other side. I broke my humerus. Bilko just kind of slides it out and gets a chuckle out of it.
And keeps the bike going, which is amazing. So Nate Adams needs a clean run here.
Little tentative on the no-handed backflip. Little squirrely into the 360, but gets the 360 knack-knack.
He almost missed that ramp. I mean, I thought he was really going to go right off the left-hand side of it. So pull it back together, Nate.
Nice extension, but he needs to try to get this crowd back with him. The crowd has no bearing, but you know the judges get a little hyped up when the crowd's hyped up. A nice lazy boy flip. Travis Pastrana inventing that right side up at the X Games 11 years ago in 1999 when he won the first ever X Games.
So there you saw the big Cordova flip out of the Lascano. He needs a big finish, though. He doesn't get the heels clicked in that heel clicker. He gets the legs poked out.
And he's got time still. And yes, this is going to continue to count. This will be his last jump. Stripper air.
Nice.
I want to point out, you said he didn't get the heel click all the way around. Right here on the 360. That jump just so happens to be right in front of the judges. That is the jump they see the best out of any jump. How about the stripper backflip? One leg through, one leg hook.
Look at the poked out leg.
Nice extension.
And he's traveling, what, maybe 120, 125 feet. He's upside down. He's bringing things off. He's putting them back on. That's freestyle motocross, folks.
Fact. Beautiful. Whoa, here we go.
Wow.
A 46 for Adams.
Maybe the judges blinked when he didn't quite pull that heel clicker in front of them there.
Maybe they just like the use of course, too, because he used the Lascano in and out.
And he
the
also
big
does
jump.
that really cool short flip on the dirt, the dirt to dirt.
Right, that's probably that dirt to dirt's probably only a 50-foot jump, and he's still flipping it. Third and final runs are commencing here. MotoX Freestyle. Matt Rabot right now needs to better a 39. The 40, he is going to keep the best 2 of 3 count. That was huge. I think he held that the longest that I've seen him hold it all day.
That's just insane. He had all that hang time on that big 115, and that's when he can take a look, and he's kind of almost comfortable looking upside down backwards to his bike at where he's going to land.
He looks like he's back racing around a little bit, too. I think the last 2 runs had a little bit less of a luster to him, but there he goes. Can-can backflip to one-handed landing.
And he really holds that hand out. Again, like we said, you've got to really press your point to the judges, let them see what you're doing like that. He turned around and looked at the judges there, too, which was even cooler.
Let me ask you, does a one-handed lander, what's the risk factor?
Well, it's a lot less risk than landing with no hands. But
nice.
if you're squirrely, I mean, it can tear that bike, the bars right out of your hands. So I don't know if that's going to be enough to really bump him up there that high.
Right now, he is sitting with the medal because of Nate Adams' first run low score.